Hello everyone, our topic today was requested by Brown-Winged Angel, Lasithe Hunter, and Katitian Gamer. We'll be going over the Necromorphs and their resultant brethren moons from the Dead Space franchise.
To begin with, Necromorphs are essentially Dead Space's version of zombies. As stated by one of our topic requesters, they're very similar to the Flood from the Halo games, although somehow even more disgusting. To more fully and easily understand the Necromorphs, we need to define a few terms we'll be going over as the video progresses. So, Necromorph is most commonly used to refer to the zombie-like creatures encountered in the Dead Space games, but can also be used as an umbrella term for all creatures stemming from the Corruption. The Corruption is a microscopic organism that replicates using the dead cells of other organisms, and is the source and building block for all Necromorphs. Brethren moons are the ultimate evolutions of the Necromorphs, and lastly, markers are machines that help produce and extend the range and production of the Corruption.
So, let's start at the beginning. In the Dead Space universe, markers have been found across a handful of planets throughout the galaxy. In fact, the one on Earth is believed to have been carried within the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. There are two types of markers. Black markers are the originals, seeded throughout the galaxy by the Brethren moons, more on them in a bit, to land on planets and ultimately facilitate the production of necromorphs. It is unknown whether the necromorphs were originally synthetically created by some other thing in the distant past, or were a naturally occurring species originating from some unknown planet. However, at their highest stage, the Brethren moons, they display great intelligence and create the black markers to propagate their species. Red markers function in all known ways identically to black markers, but are copies made by humanity and other species trying to replicate the black markers. Why do this, you ask? Because the black markers do a lot of things, most notably for this video, 3 things specifically. First, they appear to be perpetual motion machines, generating an infinite amount of energy, hence the reason people try to replicate them. Second, the energy they produce affects the living things around them, either inducing hallucinations and mental deterioration, or implanting impressions in the nearby creatures to delve into the marker's secrets, so that they create more and create the corruption. Third, among the other energy fields it generates, a marker produces an energy field that helps assist the growth and production of the corruption in deceased tissues within a nebulously defined radius of the marker. Oddly, markers also have a far narrower field immediately surrounding them that completely nullifies the growth and production of corruption. We can only presume that this is a defense mechanism designed to keep corruption growth from inadvertently damaging a marker's system, as we can see no other reason for this particular design element and can find no explanation.
Etched into the surface of the markers can be found the DNA sequences needed to create the Corruption. In the games, researchers studying the marker on Earth and its power-generating capabilities pursued everything involving the marker, including creating the Corruption. Initially, the Corruption seemed inert, but once it was accidentally introduced to dead tissues, it began to grow rapidly, eventually leading to all of the necromorphic outbreaks we see in the various Dead Space media. In addition to creating necromorphs, the Corruption can, given enough biomass to work with, begin to create a minor terraforming effect, generating a fleshy living tissue that grows, covers, and corrupts the local geography and structures, as well as generating gases and/or transforming the native gases of the atmosphere into something that, long-term, helps the necromorphs and hinders other life. In-game, for example, it's implied that long-term exposure could be potentially lethal to the game's humans. But most of them wear environmentally sealed outfits, and as such, the Corruption's mild terraforming abilities are never made an issue, except for the fleshy growths providing occasional physical obstacles.
Once the corruption begins to spread, eventually necromorphs are given form. The dead organic matter around the marker being transformed through one of a number of processes until a necromorph is given form. Theoretically, necromorphs can be generated from the corpses of any living organism, though in the course of the Dead Space media we are exposed only to necromorphs formed from humans, dogs, and the one other alien species encountered in the games. Necromorphs can take dozens of forms, each broadly designed to perform one of 2 functions. Either kill any non-necromorphs in the area, or infect any corpses to be found in the area, with a handful of variations able to carry out both functions to varying degrees of success. The defining trait of necromorphs are the recombinant mutations brought on by the corruption. Very literally, a corpse, or on occasion corpses, are mutated by the corruption into whatever form is deemed useful/available using the biological resources at hand. The body of a necromorph changes rapidly upon initial infection. We're talking seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Organs and bones being transformed and weaponized, previously vital organs being replaced with increased musculature, adding both strength and defense to what were previously weak points. And because of these transformations, necromorphs are not only incredibly deadly, but also exceptionally resilient, with few or even no vital organs to speak of. Most can even function without a head. Thus, the most effective way to disable a necromorph is to dismember it, preferably completely, as particularly resilient specimens can regrow limbs, sometimes leading to even more dangerous forms than those they originally possessed. The final goal of all necromorphs is to consume and transform all life.
When enough biomass has been accumulated, generally all life on a population-dense planet, a convergence is triggered and a brethren moon is born. Once a convergence is triggered, all the markers on the planet, yes, all the markers on the planet, along with all of the converted biomass of the necromorphs, combines into a massive singular entity. Literally a giant moon-sized planetoid with tentacles, a beak, eyes, the works. A giant space horror with incredible intelligence. It gets worse. Not only is each brother moon intelligent, they share a telepathic network, and may possibly act with a single hive mind, collectively coordinating the efforts of all necromorphs the galaxy over. All with one goal in mind: consume everything and generate more brethren moons. That's pretty much all we know about them, though it's worth noting that some have theorized that perhaps the brethren moon's eventual goal is to converge once more, combining a sufficient number of brethren moons into an even more massive and presumably more powerful form of necromorph. Something we have dubbed the Sister Sun.
And that's basically the necromorphs, space zombie flavor of the Dead Space franchise. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave us a like and maybe share it with someone you know might like it. If you have ideas for videos you'd like to see us do in the future, do like Brown Winged Angel, Lasithe Hunter, and Kititian Gamer, and let us know in the comments down below. If you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, be they lore, let's play, or other, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
In the meantime, this has been True Masters and Morons, signing off. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe orb.
To see our last Let's Play, click or tap the link on the right.
For our last lore video, click the link on the left.
Thank you to all of our patrons for making these videos possible.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.